Hey guys, welcome back to the Road to 2K19 series here on my YouTube channel. In this episode, we will knock out 3 more games. We're almost to the playoffs. After this episode, we'll only have 1 game left in the regular season, and then we'll have the state playoffs, as we seem to be a lock to make it, as we're 3-0 on the season. And in this episode, we start off by facing Midtown High School, who is 0-3 on the year right now. So this should be as easy of a win as we're going to have this year. You see, I'm starting to get bounced more consistently now. I'm starting to soar up and fly. Those late nights in the gym working on my legs, they're starting to pay off now as I'm starting to dunk more consistently. I see Ferran trailing up the right side, so I take a dribble left, draw the defense to my side of the court, and I just give it to him for the easy layup, giving him a free lane. I get rejected on that shot right there, but eventually the basket would go for Anthony. But I was a little mad about that layup, so I wanted to get the ball right back. I didn't want to be embarrassed like that. I didn't want that block to go unanswered. So I come back here, I force a turnover from my matchup, and that'll eventually lead to a layup for me. 4 points here early. The lead's up to 9. I have the big man on me, so I give him a little between the legs. I fake left, cross it back to the right, explode past him. There's another layup, forcing them to call a timeout. Midtown High School, they don't have a win on the year so far, but they do catch up here. They go on a little run, but I'll silence that run with that ankle breaker, giving my matchup the in and out move and exploding to the rim. I'm in double figures already. I made their big man fall off of that spin move, but I wasn't done yet. My magic came up to help, and I just gave him a little in and out move, crossing up 2 players on 1 play right there. That one's gonna be on the internet for a little while, hopefully. I get my 3rd assist of the game here as I spin and dish it off to Anthony with a no-look feed from inside the paint. Quickly, we're already to halftime. I have 10-3-3 to my name. After the hot start for us, we've had some difficulties separating from Midtown a little bit, but the lead will go to 8 here quickly here in the second half. I already have 5 rebounds to my name, so I'm trying for maybe a triple-double this game. We'll see. That layup goes, 14 points now. Our defense is just as potent as ever, as I'm not only getting height on my dunks, I'm getting height on my layups as I soar up for that one as I drop it in over my matchup's head. 32-18 game now. Ferran will give it to me, and they leave me open. My confidence is just through the roof right now. No way would I make that shot a couple games ago. I don't know what's going through me right now. I just let that one fly. Maybe I have more 3-point ranges than I thought. It's just a confidence issue with me, but nonetheless, I throw a dish over to Nick. Pretty textbook assist right there as he creates space on the fast break. They miss that inside shot there. I have 6 rebounds to my name now. I might be approaching that triple-double this game. Another assist to Nick Woodson here. They just leave him open from 3 once again. That's back-to-back assists from me to him. They leave me open again. I say to myself, why not let it fly? That one was a rainbow. I haven't made a 3 that far in a game ever. I really have never really taken shots from that far out. But anyway, we gotta move on as I throw a nice dish inside to Nick. Coach Laurinega might have indicated that there's not only Miami scouts coming to my games now, but there might be other foes from the ACC. I know Donovan chose to go to NC State, so they might have seen what I could do. They were so into Donovan, they gave him a scholarship offer, so they must have seen a few of his games at least. Nick Woodson letting that one fly from way downtown. 58-23 game. We're keeping our foot on the gas pedal. Another long shot from Ferran as I get the double-digit assists there, but I don't have the rebounds quite yet. But my passing showcase would not end with that one. That's 12 assists for me. I put just enough touch on that one to get it over the defense, and that would be it for this game. Or so I thought, because I had one more chance to get some more points in the stat sheet, You already know I get a tip pass and I'm leaking out. I love to do that. I just love to create havoc on the defensive end, leak out, get easy baskets in transition. Now the game would be over. 66-23 victory here at home. Midtown's record would fall to 0-4. We improved to 4-0 with only 3 games left on the schedule. 26 points, 12 assists, 3 steals. Could not get that final 2 rebounds for that triple-double, but no time to dwell on that. We have a much tougher game here at Stony Brook High School, upstate. Last 2 games we've played against Midtown High School and Manhattan High School. Schools in the same vicinity as us, but now we have to travel upstate to play Stony Brook. Some struggles to begin the game as a team on offense, but I finally get us on the board with a mid-range jump shot. This play I get a back screen. Anthony set a pick for me, and I used my maneuverability to put that layup in. 4 points here early for me. I drive right. Simple little handoff to Anthony there. Nothing fancy to that one. 4 minutes in, and somebody else other than me is on the board now. 17-6 game now, but off the inbound they leave Donovan open. That's a simple little assist too. They try a 3. I get a hand up and contest. I run the floor. I'm on the left wing. I put the ball on the floor, pull up, get the friendly bounce. That's 6 points for me in this game, as I'm doing as much as I can to keep us in it here early as Stony Brook is trying for the upset. I put on the nice cross and the big men get fouled. It's okay. We seem to be a second half team because in the first game of this episode, we really let them have it in the second half. It wasn't even close. That game against Midtown, our defense only allowed 5 points in the second half. Hopefully we'll have more of the same in this game as we need a comeback in the second half. We're down by 5 to Stony Brook High School. As that could very well possibly be the worst half of basketball we've played, offensively speaking. I still managed 8-2-2, but we need to fix these offensive woes immediately if we want to stay undefeated for the season. 23 all here. They get blocked. Anthony showing off his defense a little bit. And now I slam down another one, but I also draw the foul on top of it this time. This is the first and 1 dunk I've had. I'm getting a lot of firsts out of the way in terms of dunks and posters recently. My hops are starting to improve exponentially. Now, I fake like the play is going to go to the left wing. I throw a bullet over to Ferran. He just steps into that one, and that's just routine for him at this point. He's just such a knockdown shooter. He can make that 9 times out of 10. Anthony hyping him up a little bit as we take the lead. But that lead would quickly be relinquished as it's now a 29 all game. That pass to Nick right there, that definitely was harder than it looked. I had to throw a bullet bounce pass while trying to keep it in bounds, while trying to stay in bounds myself. I threw it from underneath the basket over to the left wing and he knocked it down. Now I get a rebound. I take it coast to coast. Simple little handoff to Donovan who banks that one in. A 7-0 run for us here, as it's a 36-31 game now. I isolate on the left wing. I blow by the defender to pick up my second and 1 of the contest. 38-31 game now. We're starting to pull away a little bit, give him an in and out, and I blow by both defenders, trying to stay in front of me, and I put it in with the left-handed layup through the contact. Ferran hyping me up, being very magnanimous towards me, making sure that it doesn't matter who gets the bucket, it's just that we win the game. Another layup for me, using my power, getting through there, getting through that inside the paint there. It's a 6-point game. I throw it over to Ferran. This is for a 9-point game. I fake the drive and I just throw it over to Ferran, and that would be the dagger. 10-point game up here. We escape Stony Brook with another win. 2 games left to go in the season. And these might as well be our 2 toughest games that we have on the schedule, as you'll see. I finished this game with 16 points. No steals, though, which is a little disappointing, but I did also chip in 8 assists, 4 rebounds, made 4 free throws. Yonkers High School, they only have 1 loss on the season. They're 4-1, we're 5-0. This is a big game right here. The tip goes to us. We start off with the ball. And this game would be rather similar to the previous one against Stony Brook. We had some troubles on offense to start. Big 3 right there from Nick Woodson. as that was all started by a behind-the-back dish I threw into Anthony. That three-pointer was good. A 5-4 game here. I'm backing down my matchup. My first basket of the game wasn't some three-pointer or some layup. It was actually a post hook, out of all things. Now it's a 9-9 game. Nice movement there. Ferran can't get the three to go, but Anthony Thornton puts that one in. That layup's good from underneath. We, of course, have our press that we put on at all times. I tipped that one loose, and another layup where I just explode off the ground. I was way up there. My hang time on that one was very impressive. I don't even need to say why. That's been happening recently. Just those late nights in the gym, that's all I can say. The layup's good there, giving us a 15-11 game. On this possession, our offense doesn't want to seem to run a play, so I just call a pick and roll. I get that pass through a very tight window to Donovan, who rolled off the pick, and he puts that layup in. I have a guy who just cannot keep up with me. Number 34, Neil Granger. We were matched up a few times, and every time he was on me, I just took advantage. 13 points at the half. I only have 1 assist, however. We put up 29 points in that first half. A very different song and dance from the previous game where we just could not get anything going in the first half. But now we seem to have given up the lead, but that layup will give us the lead right back. A 34-34 game, but a 5-0 run for Yonkers High School, 39-34. That's a big shot by Ferran, however. A foot on the line gives me my second assist of the game. That would make it a one-possession game. The very next possession, Granger trying to throw it back to my matchup. That gets intercepted by Nick Woodson. I give my man a cross, and I finish shades of Kyrie Irving on that layup right there. We just need one more basket. We could tie this game back up. 4 minutes to go to play. I give my man the pump fake. He bites for it, but quickly recovers. I still want to take it to him, and I do. 41-41. 46-41. Another 5-0 run, but this time I just find the soft spot in the defense. The defense came back a little bit late, and I found a window. Off of a inbound pass, I get another bucket to fall. The lead has dwindled to less than a minute now. We're down by 1. To take the lead, Nick is a little short on that one. We just need one stop and a score, and we can take this lead back. But Neil Granger left wide open on the fast break. That is a big shot, to say the least. We just need any kind of basket to go just to stay in this game. I feed it in the Nick. Ferran gets a lane, and he gets fouled by Chris Kennedy, the power forward for Yonkers. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Ferran, known for his shooting. Free throws are more the same when it comes to his skills. He's a very automatic from the line. First one's up, and it's good. 51-48 game. This is to stay undefeated. We're only one of 2 undefeated teams in our state. It's us and it's Queens High School. That one's good from Ferran. Ferran making that also sets up the press. I tip the ball. I even get the steal. I pull up from the corner. That's good. The biggest shot of my senior season right there, I'd say. Just for the fact of how big this game is. An attempt to stay undefeated versus another top high school in our state. That shot was absolutely crucial, but even more crucial is trying to get a stop to win the game here. Nick pokes it loose. Good defense. Only 5 seconds left. They inbound the ball to my matchup. He throws it over. I think Granger's going to have an open shot, but I leave my man open, and that'll do it. Just as quickly as I'm the hero, I go from hero to 0, leaving my man open because I really thought Granger was going to take the last shot. My man was not really a factor at all, so I was not expecting to go to him for the final shot. Heartbreaking loss. It was all my fault there. I had 26 points, but that really doesn't matter whenever I leave my man open for the game-winning shot. Now does it? It's okay. I'll just have to learn from that. And I haven't really talked much about the colleges that I've been getting offers from. Of course, I've gotten an offer from NJIT, which they're probably going to resend that offer because of the press I'm starting to get, as of course Miami, Florida has talked to me and they've come to some of my games and they want me to visit. But there's been some other schools too that have actually called me and visited, come to some of my games, and they want me to visit their campus. I'll rank the new schools on my list by least interested to most interested. Western Michigan's the first one. They want me to visit their campus. I don't know if I'm going to, though. I don't really have much interest in going there. For one, they already have a stacked team when it comes to guards. They have the brothers Jordan and Logan Lyles that are not only young but talented, so it'll be hard getting playing time over them. WMU does have a good basketball program, but they're also up there in Michigan. I don't have to stay in New York for college per se, but I do want to stay relatively close to home. But speaking of colleges in New York, we have the Fordham Rams, located in the Bronx. I'll probably just visit their campus because, it's over there in the Bronx. I could just drive there, but at the same time, it seems like they have a similar situation to WMU where their guards are stacked, but at least here, both of the starting guards will be graduating, so at least I could probably start my sophomore year, but I'm still unsure about Fordham. Moving on with the Rhode Island Rams, led by potential All-American Milo Stewart at small forward. The reason why they want a player like me is that they don't really have a true point guard in their rotation. They start 2 shooting guards, so they want somebody like me to dish the ball around. I'll think about visiting their campus even though I'm not that interested into Rhode Island. But a school I am interested in, Boston College, one of the ACC schools that Laurinega might have been referring to when he said other people might be interested. They have one good player, really. The rest are mediocre. Duran Nichols, a point guard, somebody I could definitely learn a lot from. After he graduates, that team could be mine. But enough with the schools trying to recruit me. We have one more game left in our regular season. And the guy that we're going to be facing, leading Queens High School to an undefeated record so far this year, my good buddy that I grew up with, Deshaun Christian. He actually just made his decision where he wants to play ball. He chose Duke last week. So we have Donovan going to NC State. Deshaun's heading off to Duke. Me and Fron are undecided, but having these guys all in the ACC really makes me wonder, is Miami the move? Do I join them? We'll see in a few episodes from now which team I pick. We're focusing on the playoffs next episode.